Okay, let's talk about Google Ads. So this is the thing about Google Ads. People think, oh, well, we used to do Google and now we do Facebook. And it's like, these are not exclusive. It's not do one or the other. It's like that question that you see on social media, and I hate it. And they go, do you want to be rich or do you want to be happy? And I'm like, I want to be both. And they're like, no, you can't be both. And I'm like, that's why you're not rich. That's why you're not happy. Because you can be both. I've been poor and happy. I've been rich and happy. Rich and happy. Woof! I'll take that one any day of the week. Being poor is an awful situation where you don't know who's knocking on the door. Is it bailiffs? Who's phoning you up? The letters that you open. I used to hate, years ago, I used to hate post coming in. And so I actually developed a system where I just open post every Friday. And because it was painful, and I knew it was painful. I call it Painful Fridays. I'd open it up, and it was painful because there was just bills, and it was awful, and I hated that. And it's like, how can you be happy like that? So it's not exclusive, and it's the same with Facebook ads, and it's the same with Google ads. They're also not exclusive, but they are different in terms of what you should be using them for. So, for example, Google ads. Versus Facebook ads. What do you use Google ads for? Well, a Google ad is something that's what we call pull marketing. So I use this example. Let's say you're a hypnotherapist, and you can run Facebook ads, obviously, but if you're running a Facebook ad is what we call push marketing, and so you're pushing out your message, hoping that whoever is watching needs what you're selling at that exact time. So it's very similar to newspaper adverts. So imagine this. You go to a shop, you buy a copy of the Yorkshire Evening Post, which is my local newspaper, and you're going through the newspaper, and there it says hypnotherapy, smoking cessation, for example. What are the chances that that's what I need? Now, I don't need that, so I'm just keeping going. That's push marketing. You're pushing your message out, and the people that are opening the newspaper and going through it, you're just hoping that one of those needs what you're selling on the actual day that you've run that marketing. So I don't think that's a great use of your time. Now, it depends on the product. That product, like a dentist, for example, no point in having a dentist on a Facebook ad. But if you're on Google, it says 24-hour emergency dentist leads, or even better, LS1, because it's city centre, or LS9 in Hare Hills, or LS15 in Halton or Crossgates. Like, imagine if you've got that and there's a dentist just around the corner there 24 hours. That's what you type, 24-hour dentist, LS15, and it's there, and it's 4 streets away. Boy, that makes life so much easier. And you dreadful toothaches, 3 o'clock in the morning. But imagine running Facebook ads for something like that. How do you know that the end user is going to have toothache at 3 o'clock in the morning? Like, what are the chances of that? So that's the difference between pull marketing and push marketing. With pull marketing, I'm looking for a vet now. Emergency, 24-hour emergency vet leads. And all these vets, the only people that come up, by the way, on adverts are 24-hour emergency vets. So then you can pick up the phone and, needless to say, that's the sale concluded, right? You're going to take your dog to the vets. So pull marketing has its place and push marketing has its place, but it's got to be the right type of marketing for the right product or service. So, for example, we've run Facebook ads for some rent-to-rent trainers, and they were generating loads of leads. Like I would wake up, we get a copy of all their leads coming through. It says new lead, and I'd wake up and there's a new lead, and then there's another new lead, that morning, then that afternoon, and they're getting leads every single day, and they're constantly coming in of these leads, and we keep an eye on how many leads they're getting because we want to know. We want to do the maths on it. If they've spent £100 and they've got 50 leads, it's £2 a lead. That's brilliant. It helps us understand if our marketing's working. Something like that went out on Facebook, and that actually works really well. Things like the Make Money market, the Business Opportunities market, that kind of thing, training of some kind, that kind of thing works because you can do it based on interests. So if you're interested in property, we could run our property sourcing training on a Facebook ad, and that would work very well as well. You could also actually run that on Google ads. Property sourcing training on Google ads, probably a couple of quid per click. And so this is the kind of thing that you've got to be aware of on Google ads, is that it might be £1 a click. Credit cards, best credit card for bad debt, that's probably like £5 or £6 a click on Google pay-per-click. So you this is something that you have to take into account. But you've got to use the right mechanism, the right marketing mechanism for the right type of product. And if you don't get that right, we've seen people that just go straight on Facebook because they think it's all Facebook. They blow the budget on Facebook when actually that budget should have been spent on Google Ads. But unfortunately, they don't understand that, you've got some stuff that's a pull marketing and some stuff's better for push marketing.